They say a parrot remembers every word, every sound, every feeling. For one man, that memory became both a blessing and a heartbreaking reminder of what he had lost. This is a story about love, loss, and the incredible bond between a man and his bird, a bond so strong. It echoed through the years in a single, simple song. Our story begins with Michael, a young man with a life full of laughter and a heart full of love for his wife, Sarah. They were the kind of couple everyone admired inseparable, always smiling, building a beautiful life together. One sunny afternoon, they brought home a vibrant green parrot and named him Kiwi. Kiwi wasn't just a pet, quickly became a member of their family. He'd perch on Michael's shoulder as he worked and squawk along to the music Sarah played. Sarah had a favorite song, a gentle lullaby she used to hum around the house. It was simple, sweet, and filled with warmth, just like her. Michael, wanting to surprise her, decided to teach Kiwi to sing it. It took weeks of patience, repetition, and a lot of sunflower seeds. Michael would whistle the tune, and Kiwi would chirp back, slowly piecing the melody together. Finally, the day came. Sarah sat reading in the living room. Kiwi, from his cage, began to sing. It wasn't perfect, but it was their song. Sarah's eyes filled with tears of joy. From that day on, the little lullaby became the soundtrack of their happy home. Kiwi would sing it every morning, a cheerful greeting to the couple he adored. Life was perfect, but life, as we know, can be fragile. Years passed, filled with shared dreams and countless memories woven around that simple tune. Then, suddenly, tragedy struck. Sarah fell ill, a sickness that came quickly and took her from Michael far too soon. The house fell silent. The laughter disappeared. The light in Michael's world went out. Grief was a heavy cloak he couldn't seem to shake off. The silence was deafening, broken only by his own quiet sorrow. And in that silence, Kiwi fell silent too. The cheerful morning song stopped. The playful squawks faded. It was as if the parrot was grieving right alongside him, sensing the profound sadness that had filled their home. The little lullaby was no more. It was a memory locked away, too painful to revisit. Michael tried to move on, but the world felt gray. He went through the motions of living, but his heart was hollow. Took care of Kiwi, feeding him and cleaning his cage, but their playful connection was gone. He was lost in a sea of grief, and Kiwi seemed lost with him. The parrot simply watched him, a silent observer of his pain. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months. The song remained a distant echo of a happier time. Michael even considered rehoming Kiwi, thinking perhaps a new environment, a cheerful family, would bring back the bird's spirit. The sight of Kiwi was a constant, painful reminder of Sarah, of the life they had built, and of the song they had shared. He just couldn't bear it. One evening, Michael hit his lowest point. He was sitting alone in the dark, clutching a framed photo of Sarah, tears streaming down his face. The weight of his loneliness felt unbearable. He whispered her name into the empty room, a desperate, broken sound. He felt completely and utterly alone. And then, from the corner of the room, a soft, hesitant sound broke the heavy silence. It was a chirp, then another. Slowly, tentatively, Kiwi began to sing. It was the lullaby, the same simple, sweet tune he hadn't sung in years. Hearing it was like a lightning bolt to Michael's heart. At first, it was pure agony. Every note was a stab of pain, a reminder of Sarah's smile, her laugh, the warmth of her hand in his. He wanted to shout, to tell Kiwi to stop, to not bring back a memory that hurt so much. He buried his face in his hands, his shoulders shaking with sobs. But Kiwi didn't stop. He kept singing, his little voice clear and steady in the darkness. And as Michael listened, something began to shift. He looked up at the parrot. Kiwi was looking right at him, his head tilted, his eyes soft. It wasn't a cheerful morning song anymore. The tune was the same, but the feeling was different. It felt gentle, comforting. It was as if Kiwi wasn't just repeating sounds. He was communicating. It was as if he was saying, "I remember. I'm here. You are not alone." In that moment, Michael didn't just hear a song. He heard empathy. He felt a connection that transcended species. This little bird who had shared his joy was now sharing his grief. Kiwi hadn't forgotten the song, and he hadn't forgotten the love it represented. This incredible moment tells us so much about the emotional intelligence of parrots. They are known for their ability to mimic. but what we often overlook is their capacity to form deep emotional bonds. Parrots, especially species like the African gray, have cognitive abilities comparable to a young child. They don't just mimic sounds, they associate them with people, emotions, and events. When Kiwi learned that song, it wasn't just a random melody, it was linked forever to Michael, to Sarah, to the love and happiness that filled their home. And when that happiness turned to sorrow, Kiwi sensed it. His silence was a form of mourning, a reflection of the emotional state of his human companion. He held on to that song, not just as a memory, but as a tool for connection. He sang it at the precise moment Michael needed it most, not to cause pain, but to offer comfort. It was a bridge across the silence, a reminder that love doesn't just disappear. From that night on, everything changed. The song didn't magically erase Michael's pain, but it opened a door to healing. He started talking to Kiwi again, really talking to him. He'd tell him stories about Sarah, sharing memories instead of burying them. And Kiwi would listen, sometimes chirping back, sometimes just being a quiet, comforting presence. The lullaby became a part of their new routine. It was no longer a song of painful nostalgia, but a song of remembrance, a tribute to the love that still lived on in their hearts. It was their shared secret, their anthem of survival. Michael realized that Kiwi wasn't just a pet. He was his last living link to Sarah, a feathered guardian of their most precious memories. He had been a witness to their love story, and now he was a partner in Michael's journey of healing. This powerful story teaches us that the creatures we share our lives with understand so much more than we give them credit for. Their love is unconditional, their loyalty unwavering. They watch us, they learn from us, and in their own way they feel with us. Michael thought he was the one who had taught Kiwi a song, but in the end, it was Kiwi who taught Michael a profound lesson about love, memory, and the incredible power of a bond that never truly breaks. The song that once broke his heart was now the very thing that was helping to mend it, one gentle note at a time. Thank you so much for watching and sharing in this touching story with us. You've ever experienced a special bond with an animal? We'd love to hear about it in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more heartwarming stories. We'll see you next time.